Well, the game is over. This is my initial reaction to what I just witnessed, man. And I know I don't have a lot of subscribers, man. Subscribe to the channel if you knew. But I did predict that Alabama was going to win the game. I thought they would win the game. I thought it'd be close and Alabama would just pull off late. Kind of like a Georgia-esque game. But that did not happen. Michigan won the game. I do want to give props to the Michigan Wolverines. They played one hell of a ball game. And it almost seemed as if they wanted to give the game away. Alabama was in control. They gave it away. You know, at some point in time in the game, you thought one team was going to win over the other. It was a fantastic game. Fantastic game. You know, I'm an Alabama fan. All right. I just want to let anybody who is watching this know that. All right. I'm probably getting, you hear my phone going off. I'm probably getting messages now. You know how it is when you're an Alabama fan. When you're an Alabama fan, when you lose, your phone tends to blow up, okay? But you know, here we go again. Stop, bruh. I'm just going. I don't know. I gotta put my phone silent for right now. I'll deal with them later. You know what I'm saying? Fantastic year by Alabama, and a fantastic continuation of the year for the Michigan team. This is a team that I thought that they would play well, and in my preview video, in my prediction video, I thought they would do something to give the game away. And it looked like it was close to happening, but you know, the mistakes that they made, they were able to overcome those mistakes. And I just want to say this, Alabama got a lot of things to clean up. I'm gonna talk about both sides. I know Alabama more. I'm gonna start with them because they lost, not in with Michigan, but Alabama got a lot of things to clean up. The O-line was getting whooped. All right, whooped. Getting whooped. In the first half, the O-line was getting whooped. They did better in the second half, but in overtime, whooped. Whooped, man. I'm like, man, what is going on? Miro made some play on that last pass. It looked like Burton might could have turned right and went in, but he made one hell of a catch. Is what it is. He got cramped up right there. It's a lot of things. I'm trying to think of things on top of my head. I'm still thinking about the overtime right now, but that's the main reason why Michigan won the game, though, because their offensive line got whooped. All right, the D-line of Michigan did a fantastic job, and then in the OT, defense had been playing good the entire second half. The last drive and then the OT drive, the Michigan O-line started to wake up. They decided to wake up, and they just, you know, did whatever they wanted to on those last two drives, man. It was something about Michigan right at the end. They looked like the more hungry team. They looked like they just wanted to win the game more. They saw the opportunity kind of going away when the game was getting, like, you know, kind of out of reach right there. And then they say, no. This is our time. We're going to go and do this thing. And I was like, ooh. But this was probably my second, I don't know, during the playoff era, this is probably number 2. That Georgia versus Ohio State game last year was like great. This is probably number 2 on my list in terms of games that have been included in the playoffs. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about that down below. What's your favorite overall game from the college football playoff era? You know what I'm saying? And I want to give another shout out to the running game of Michigan. I did talk about the running game of Michigan. I said that if Alabama cannot stop that running game, Alabama's going to be in some trouble. And you saw where it happened. 20-27. I just want to take a quick look at the numbers right here and see exactly what went on, because the quarterback played the passing game for both teams wasn't, you know what I'm saying, looking like it was too great, but JJ McCarthy had 221 yards, 3 touchdowns. It didn't feel like that though. Am I tripping? It didn't feel like that. JJ McCarthy had 3 tutties. Now, I will say this too. I owe JJ McCarthy an apology because I did not believe that he was going to be able to deliver the goods. Look at these numbers. Numbers don't lie. It didn't feel like that though. Maybe because I'm coming off of that second half and this is my initial reaction. And so Jalen Milroe had 16 for 23, 116 yards. Chase McCollum, 14 carries, 87 yards, 2 touchdowns. Blake Cornum, 19 carries, 83 yards, 1 touchdown. I will say that I think a lot of that yardage too, that blown 4th down, when Alabama had them, and you miss an assignment, the running back goes out, and he goes down the field, and you get the block in the back. That was like towards the end right there. PAT could have cost Michigan this game. It's a lot of things in the game. It was crazy. That muffed what's it called, punt. I'm trying to think. My mind is still in the game. My wife is calling me right now. I'm not answering the phone. She's calling me right now. I know she's calling me. She don't know I'm making a video. That's why I'm not answering the phone. I'm gonna call her right back. But y'all know how it is. Alabama fans, you lose, people start calling. But great game by Michigan. I do want to say that. Shout out to Michigan. It's gonna be very interesting to see who wins this next game and who are they gonna play in the college football playoff. This game was just great. This game was great. It was great. Alabama, good year. All right, good year. The comeback when you lost to Texas, you come back, you run the table, you get in the playoffs, you have a great game, a game you could have won. You lost the battle in the trenches. That's the difference in the ball game. A game that you could have won. Miro didn't have the best game passing. He didn't really have a lot of time to throw. I think he had like 5 sacks in the first half. He couldn't do nothing in the first half throwing the ball. He just didn't have enough time. JJ McCarthy able to recover from a potential interception. He didn't throw interception. He almost did. Guy was stepping out of bounds. And I thought that's the JJ McCarthy we were going to see in the game, but he did it. So I do want to give big props to JJ McCarthy because I was somebody who was like, JJ plays good in the regular season, but in his last playoff games, he did not play that well. He had maybe one other bad throw. The potential interception was a bad throw, and he had one he kind of missed the guy, threw it too high. But other than that, he really should have had bigger numbers than this because some of his receivers dropped some passes. And I was like, what is going on here? Michigan is really trying to like just give Alabama this game. And you saw it though, down the stretch, the rushing attack, the running game, won the game in overtime. JJ McCarthy did what he needed to do in order to put his team in position in order to win the game. So, you know, it's a game that a lot of people are going to remember for a long time, especially Michigan, if they go on to win the entire thing. And so it's going to be very, very interesting, man. I was wrong on this one. I was wrong, but I'm not too, you know, I mean, I'm gonna be wrong on a lot of predictions. I'm gonna be right on a lot of predictions. It is what it is. I really did thought, you know, I thought Alabama was, you know, gonna win the thing. But as an Alabama fan, I always think my team's gonna win. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, big shout out to Michigan. We have another game coming up that we need to watch. We got Washington and Texas up next. We're gonna sit back, relax, and watch this. I may talk about this game more in the week if I got time. Make sure that you guys subscribe if you have not already. I think I'm only at like 275 subs. Let's get your boy on up. I need to get to 1K. Then you can have a payday when you get to 1K. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that's just my initial reactions, man. Alabama got whooped in the trenches, and that cost them the ball game. Missed a play on defense after you've been playing so well, cost you the ball game. Michigan able to have a great first half, bad second half, or a bad third quarter, and then a decent fourth quarter, and then win the game. So shout out to Michigan. Congratulations. I'll see y'all in the next video.